can men be better allies? Not DMing that woman's friends trying to convince them all that she's the snake.
You know that I am an absolute venomous, savage snake from hell.
For the last few weeks, there's been a consistent campaign of bullying, harassment, and reporting against female creators who've been critical of BK. So it's time to bring the receipts. It's been a few weeks since I posted my video about BK attempting to call him in and air my concerns about his approach. Since then, that content has been reported more times than all of my other content combined. And I'm not the only one. Amy, who was critical of BK's content, and Pause, who defended Amy from the backlash they got for speaking up, have both been relentlessly reported from the beginning. Abby and other female creators found that their content about BK was also reported. After I posted my video about BK, Eve and BK both messaged me, and they also messaged a large number of our mutuals, all to deflect accountability off BK and instead point the finger at another target. In his messages to me, BK said that his boundary was as much about a personal issue he had with Pause and Amy as it actually was about harm reduction. That 6 people had been harmed by things others had said. And in Eve's messages to me, she said that the bullying had been remorseless, relentless, and hurtful. That she tried to share her views but had been burned at the stake. That what Amy and Pause were doing was a witch hunt. Nobody spoke to me, everybody blocked me and unfollowed me. See, Eve had posted a video in defense of BK, and all of us male creators in this space.
And these men are like, I'm trying to use my privilege of automatic credibility to get through to other men because they're not going to listen to women. So I disagree with the kind of public character assassination of these male creators. But what I do remember is my own sense of fragility and my own ego getting triggered when I was criticized and when I was called out. I felt backed into a corner and like I couldn't do anything right. And that's when the problems start to arise. That's when the allyship dies off.
Pause reached out to Eve to let her know that she thought the video was amiss. And what followed was an incredibly amicable conversation between friends.
Give me one sec to respond. I absolutely was not referring to you in any way. So if I thought that you were doing something weird, I would message you. So I'm very sorry.
He's not doing any intended harm, right? I feel like he's trying to take accountability.
Definitely some of it could be harmful, but I'm also really bad at watching things all the way to the end. I think I need to go to sleep. To be continued.
Now I can't show the whole conversation, but as you can see, lots of heart reactions. The conversation ended completely civil, but Pause was still being reported and she didn't know by who. So she blocked a number of accounts, including Eve's. Eve was not bullied, insulted, or harassed, just one of a number of accounts that were blocked. And this also lines up with Eve's version of the events. But Eve took that blocking badly. She complained that she had been blocked with no conversation and no trial. And when she reposted her video defending male creators, she said this was the video that had got her cancelled, banned, and bullied. Also agreeing that she had been berated over this video. Meanwhile, BK reached out to other mutuals, telling them that Amy and Pause had bullied several of his friends, that they are really toxic, and that he had observed this pattern of behavior for months. But in just the prior month, BK had made 2 videos, tagging Pause, encouraging people to follow her, and recommending her content. He'd also offered to gift and send her a comfy, the $50 hoodie that he wears in his videos. In his messages to me, BK said that he wasn't doing the reporting, but he knew who was. And it was a woman that Pause had offended and insulted and genuinely thought was bullying, heavily suggesting that it was Eve. BK later said it was not Eve, but his wife who was doing the reporting, which is not a great look when you're devoted to microdosing men off misogyny and your wife is actively harming and silencing feminist creators. That might be the more immediate harm to reduce. But it also contradicts what BK had said originally, that it was a woman Pause had insulted and bullied. And the only person claiming that they had been insulted and bullied by Pause was Eve. And it also contradicts what Eve herself had to say when she openly admitted to reporting.
It was a woman that Pause hurt deeply that was reporting him when I didn't even have a account. And I have 6 people that I can share with you happily who've given me permission to say it was them. My report history, all men. My report history, all you.
She says she didn't have an account and couldn't report, that she was reporting, but it was just me, and that she reported every video she considered to be harassing her, which couldn't have been me. And it's also 6 other people that she knows who it is, could name them, but won't. Now she says she doesn't have an account, but she announced deactivating her accounts on the 28th, well over a week after all the reporting started. But that lasted only a couple of days before Eve returned on a new account, Ho Rogan, spotted by Slight Garbage. And in response to leaving that 3 emoji comment, Slight Garbage has been consistently reported and harassed by Eve's various accounts as well as 4 other creators connected to her. But this was far from her only account. She also had Pixie Mania, where she continued to post and was actively telling people that she'd been on TikTok the entire time. But also, she hadn't reported a single video. She also posted under another account, Peanut Brittle Noodle, in the comments section of a large MRA creator on this app, painting herself as being bullied by radical feminists, a move straight out of the Red Pill playbook. But Brent, how can you know that that's Eve? This whole situation has been, frankly, depressing and genuinely heartbreaking. People we thought were our friends were actively helping Eve harm and threaten others. Many creators have had to place boundaries around mutuals because they felt they were no longer safe to have in their spaces. It's disappointing that they've all been proven right.